Hello, makeup friends. If you are a moderately nosy person, such as myself, then this is the video for you because we are taking a look at my trash. It's all about empties today. Let's get into this. As always, I want to start off by welcoming you back to my channel, or if you're new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Kara, and today we're taking a look at some empties. And by some, I mean fair amount. We've got quite a few here, and we've got a bit of a mixed bag. There's some makeup items and some skincare items, even a perfume. Some of these items, if you've been following my progress on my Project Pan, you will be familiar with, but I'm going to throw them in here regardless. But before we get into the empties, I just want to highlight some of the makeup that I'm wearing today. So on my eyes, I have shades from the Amunet New palette from Adept Cosmetics. For foundation, I'm wearing the new, what is it even called? The new Bare Look Skin Tint from YSL, and I have it in the shade 5. On my cheeks, I have another product from YSL. This is the new, that drives me crazy that they call it new, NU. New Lip and Cheek Balmy Tint in Pinch. So that's what I've got going on my cheeks. And on my lips, I have a liquid lipstick here from the Lip Bar in the shade Man Eater. Okay, with that out of the way, let's dive straight in. I don't really think there's going to be any like major rhyme or reason here. So let's go by category, not necessarily in terms of like order in which I would apply them to my face. So for example, setting sprays. I have 4 of them to touch on really quickly here. So this one here is from Il Makiage. This is the hydrating setting spray. I really actually did like this setting spray. I found that the sprayer itself was really nice. It produced like a really wide mist, but not like super aggressive and not so fine that you didn't feel like it was doing anything. So this is one that I would consider repurchasing, but you will see I'm good for setting sprays. I'm good for setting sprays right now, but this is one that I would consider repurchasing. This guy here is just a mini one from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the Slay All Day in Cucumber. This is most definitely not the first time I've gone through a Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. I have gone through multitudes of them. I'm currently working on a full-size one right here. This one is Green Tea, which I actually really like that scent. Coconut is the way to go though. The coconut one smells so good. All of the setting sprays, regardless of their scent, they all perform the same. The only caution that I would give is that when you apply it, to like really fan it to dry it down, because the alcohol in it can make my eyes sort of water a little bit. That being said, it does lock my makeup into place and it dries really quickly. So pros and cons there, I'll leave it to you to make those decisions, but I've certainly used, I would say, at least 5 full-size bottles of this over the years, and I will continue using this one because I think it's a fantastic setting spray. This one here is from the drugstore. This is the Essence. Is it Essence? I think so. Is it? What? Why is the brand name so difficult to find on here? Oh, there it is. I can only find it by way of the website address at the bottom there. Anyways, this is the 3-in-1 face mist, the Hello Good Stuff face mist. It says that it's to hydrate, fix, and refresh with watermelon extract. It did smell like watermelon. It's kind of like watermelon candy, if you will. Not like straight up, like if you cut an actual watermelon, it doesn't smell like this, but it smells good. But I wasn't like super impressed with it. Also, you don't get an awful lot in here, but regardless, I was not super impressed with it. The sprayer could get a little aggressive. I didn't really find it to be particularly hydrating. It was fine. It wasn't anything that like frustrated me or bothered me, but I didn't really feel the need to repurchase this one, so didn't make a great impression. This one, however, did. This one is from Benefit, and this is the Professional Super Setter. In fact, I liked this one so much that I picked it up as a replacement over here. And I just really like the spray on this. I really like how it feels on my skin. There's none of that like alcohol issue that you find with the Gerard Cosmetics. There's no like gimmicky scent to it. There's no like stickiness or like glitter or anything like that. I really like it. It's just a very functional setting spray, and that's why I've repurchased another full size of it. All right, let's talk about some skincare items. So, and I'm talking skin in broad sense. So we have like a body scrub over here. This is from The Body Shop, and it's the Exfoliating Sugar Body Scrub in the mango scent. Now, it took me a while to finish this. I'm not great at like using scrubs and stuff like that. I just want to like clean my body and get out when I'm in the shower, but it smells fantastic. The problem with this is that it makes your tub like a frictionless surface. So I found that when I used this, first of all, it became high risk situation. Like you have to stand still or else you will slip. And then I had to wash my tub after, which is probably why it took me so damn long to use this, because who has time for that when they're getting ready for work in the morning? So definitely wouldn't repurchase it. In terms of its overall effectiveness, I don't know that these do anything more than like an exfoliating mitt or like a face cloth could do. I didn't really notice any like amazing benefits from it, so definitely not repurchasing it. All right, now for a makeup remover that I have talked about a bunch of times and will likely continue to talk about because I am currently working on another one. And that is this guy here from Pharmacy. So this is the Sweet Apple Clean, and then we have the Very Cherry Clean. So it's just different scents, the exact same product. I'm currently working on another Sweet Cherry one, and I know they've just come out with Peach. And it is taking everything I have not to purchase the peach one. I don't need it right now because I've just started the other one and it'll take me a few months to get through it. But these are fantastic. They're just like a little balm type thing that breaks down your makeup. So I just scoop a little bit out on my finger. It does come with a spatula, but I just use my finger. Scoop a little bit of it out. Literally, I just like swipe it onto my forehead, get my hands wet, and then go take it off my... I just use my forehead as like a resting place. So then I scoop it off, kind of like emulsify it in my hands, and then go in, and it breaks everything down really nicely. Doesn't leave any sort of weird film on my skin, although I do go in with a cleanser afterwards. It can make my eyelashes, like make my eyes a little bit blurry if I just leave this as it is, but I go in with a cleanser, wash it all off, and there is like virtually no makeup to be found. So I've gone through quite a few of these and I continue buying them. And now I have my eye on the peach one, but if you can find the cherry, it just takes the whole experience to the next level. It smells like marzipan, like an almond paste. So good, so good. All right, why are you beeping? What did I just managed to get 8,000 steps just by waving my hands around. That's not fantastic, Fitbit. You should know the difference between me gesticulating and walking. But anyways, I've reached my 8,000 steps today, so yay me. Okay, next up we have from Lush here. This is the Lime Bounty Body Butter, and I did not enjoy this at all. I liked the scent of it, but the actual like formulation of it, I don't know if it was by design, if I got a bad batch, if it went funky, I don't know. But it was a chunky monkey, and I mean, frankly, anything to do with chunks, like, I can't think of any real scenario where chunks are a good thing. I truly can't. This is no exception. It was like balled up bits of white in there, and you had to like mash them down and then they would spread, but like that's altogether far too much work when I'm just trying to apply a body butter. So I used it all, would not repurchase. Now let's talk about the items that I finished during my project pan so far, and there's only 3 of them here, so we'll breeze through them pretty quickly. Up first, we have the Aqua Foundation from Kogen Do. I have it in the shade 113. I wish this didn't cost as much as it did because I would just continually buy this. It is my favorite foundation. It is just so beautiful. It like the finish of it, the amount of coverage, how it wears, how it feels, like everything about it is just absolute perfection. I thoroughly enjoyed using this foundation. It is like north of $100 per bottle, so it like grabs me by the throat to even think about repurchasing it, but I would seriously consider it. It is, oh, it's just so good. So good. I do not need another foundation right now, but best foundation I've used. Love this so much. Okay. If you haven't been following my project pan, you need to understand that this is like a lifetime achievement. This is the baked blush from Milani in Luminoso, and she is done. And it took approximately half of my lifetime to do this. Or at least it felt that way. It took a long time. I've had it for years. I have seen it at my local Walmart in like a mini travel size. If you can find that, you are sufficient. Like, it is sufficient. You are set. I don't think they make the full size anymore. I truly don't. Which is a shame because it's a beautiful blush. It's sort of like Orgasm from NARS, but toned down a little bit. Gives you like this healthy sheen to the cheeks, slight peachy kind of color. It's beautiful. And she's done, and I deserve a medal for finishing this. Just gonna say it. All right, the other one that I finished in my project pan is a fragrance. This is from Givenchy, Dahlia Divine. And oh, it's so beautiful. It's such like a mature, grown-up scent without smelling, I hesitate to say old lady-ish, because like, who am I to say old lady-ish? But it doesn't smell like the quintessential grandma's perfume. When I say mature, I just mean like, it's grounded, it's not fruity, it's not fluffy. Like, it's just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's such a perfect fall winter scent. Love it. I am fully stocked with perfumes. I do not need another one, but I would purchase this again in future eventually, just not right now. All right, and then I have finished 4 powders. Granted, 3 of them are little tiny deluxe samples, but 2 of them haven't really made much of an impression, so I can't really give you like a full-on review of them. This one here is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This one is from One Size, also a translucent setting powder. I used both of them primarily for under my eyes. Don't really remember like loving or hating either one of them. Obviously I finished them, so they didn't completely like frustrate me or turn me off, but didn't leave a lasting impression. This one here from Il Makiage, I don't know what it's actually called, transparent loose powder. I liked it, but there was a learning curve to it. So when I first started applying it, it was just like, it would go everywhere and like up my nose, and like I would like be snorting my makeup first thing in the morning involuntarily, as opposed to all the times where I do it voluntarily. I don't know why I threw that word in there, but regardless, it is a nice powder. I don't know that it's my favorite. I'm not in a big hurry to repurchase it. It has like a little bit, almost like a vanilla sort of scent. Very, very faint, but quite nice. Just not my favorite. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite. This one, however, I thoroughly enjoyed. This is from Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. This one was in the shade Pound Cake. I have a ton of powders. I do not need to purchase one right now, but this is on my loves list on the Sephora website because I really, really like it underneath my eyes in particular. So they do have, there's obviously a sample size, they have a mini and then the full size. Honestly, I think the mini would like last me at least a year if I'm just using it under my eyes, but it just like sets everything into place really nicely, doesn't get all cakey, doesn't get all dried out, doesn't like have some weird cast to the skin or anything of that sort. So I really enjoyed that one. The next 3 we're just gonna kind of breeze through fairly quickly because I don't really have strong opinions on any of them. This one here is a liner from Guerlain, the Mad Eyes Precise Liner. It's sort of like a felt tip kind of application, which is not typically like my favorite. I prefer more of an actual brush, but this one wasn't bad. Like, it really wasn't, but it's about $50 Canadian for just this, and that just seems wildly excessive for what it is. Granted, I have the Tom Ford one, which is more than $70. I justify it a little bit more in that it's double-ended. This one is not. There's better on the market. Like, go for the Clinique Pretty Easy liner. It's better than this one. And it'll save you about like 20 bucks. So that's what I recommend. Over here, we have a brow product from Dior. This is the Pumpin' Brow. I think the whole part of this pumpin' thing is like you're supposed to be able to like actually squeeze the packaging, and that's supposed to do something, but damned if I know what, because I never really noticed any difference whatsoever. However, I like this product and I really like how small and petite the little wand is, but it doesn't do anything that the like e.l.f. Brow Wow or Wow Brow or whatever the hell it's called, it doesn't do anything more than what that does. So why would I spend 40 when I can spend 8? So this is not on my repurchase list. And then we've got this one here from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Contour Wand in Fair Medium. It looks horrifyingly dark, but it blends out really nicely. And I would consider repurchasing this, but I don't do a lot of contouring, so I find like I have a powder contour, that's fine. I don't need like a ton of options for contouring. I'll do it every now and then, but like I didn't contour today. I don't contour on a regular daily basis. I used to, I don't anymore, so I don't feel the need to go out and like amass a bunch of different specifically contour products. But if you are in the market for one, this is a good one. Don't let like the liquid formulation of it turn you off. It does blend really nicely and it does show up on the skin. It doesn't just blend away into nothing. I would consider repurchasing this one, but I'm just not in a hurry to do so at this point. We'll leave it at that. So then we are going to end with some mascaras, and two of them should come as no surprise in terms of my feelings on them. So let's start with this one. This one is the Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara. It's fine. It was fine. It didn't knock my socks off. Regular bristles, a little bit of an hourglass there. Formula was fine. It was just kind of run of the mill. Like there was nothing super exciting about it. It didn't like do anything amazing with my lashes. It was just kind of there. So I'm not going to repurchase that one. Bite Beauty. So full size done, mini done, and I have two backups of the full size because Bite Beauty going out of business makes me so sad. Simply because I love this mascara so much. Like if you can still get your hands on it, highly recommend picking up a tube of this. Although if you've never tried it, you have to weigh it for yourself. Do you want to try a product that you might potentially fall in love with that you're not going to be able to replace? I'll leave that with you. Love it. Love it. I've mentioned this so many times. I think it was in like favorites videos for 3 or 4 months running until I finally was like, you're probably bored of hearing about it, but here I am trotting it out again. It's just such a perfect mascara in my opinion. Like it just lifts my lashes, like separates everything, volumizes the absolute hell out of them. I love it. I'm sad that when I get through my last 2 backups, I won't be able to get it again, but what's my other alternative? I can keep them in the drawers forever and then they just go rancid and then I never get any use out of it, or I can use them. So obviously I'm going to use them, but regardless, those are my empties. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't really have any like call to action to give to you. I don't know what question to ask. I don't know if you've finished something, let me know in the comments. I don't know. Tell me what TV show you're watching in the comments. Why don't we just go wildly divergent? Tell me what TV show you're watching because I'm on the hunt for some. I just started Virgin River and I'm now on, let me preface this by saying I've been home alone for 2 weeks at this point. So when I say I just started and then follow that up with saying I'm halfway through season 3, it's because I've been binging the shit out of it. It's sort of like a Hallmark movie, but a bit better, a little bit, I don't know. It's easy watching and that's what I need right now. I also watched Keep Breathing on Netflix. It's just 6 episodes. And I honestly don't know if I liked it or not. I truly don't know if I liked it or not. It was entertaining-ish. I don't know. If you've watched it, let me know. Regardless, let me know what you're watching and what you recommend. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to wrap it up. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, do it. I don't know. I can't make you do anything. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, that's okay. No harm, no foul. Okay. Gonna say goodbye here. I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye.